screen right off the bat that it does look better. But I can also see in the window behind me that it's odd when I can pick out polygons that aren't rounded. But the window behind Batman is very obviously like it's not round. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's on purpose either.
Well, I'll see it in a moment.
Right.
It's just taking a second because my laptop's like slow as shit. I'm like, okay. Because I'm not actually seeing you at the moment.
Now it's panning the bat suit. I love how much detail they can get out of these games that we didn't know was there. Like, holy shit, man.
Come on, you piece of shit laptop.
That is nuts.
That's not what I clicked.
I mean, I remember when I first started it, I could see the little rivets. But, like, now I can see the rivets in his costume, and I can see the honeycomb-esque design, and the cape is very obviously a different fabric than what the neck of the cowl is. Like, it's very, very noticeable now.
Wow, that's actually really nice.
You seeing that?
The weird thing is with the chest armor, with the way the mesh is done, it almost looks like a pair of blue jeans.
Yeah, that's how you know you're protected.
Yeah, I gotta get the jean bat suit.
Damn right.
Get some rivets in that bitch.
Couple $1 million for that kind of protection. Or, you know, yeah. Walmart, $15.
I don't know, man.
Let's see how this looks.
Might be $20.
This game, man, can't stress enough how great this game already was. If they can make it even better than it already was, then I'll be completely taken with it. I'm liking these curtains that I can see a lot easier. I heard they went in and redid these street signs in terms of color-wise, so they would pop better. I heard that they added... Yeah, I heard one of the biggest things they were having trouble with was the rain. They had to go in and kind of fix little aspects. When they did the first upscale on the game, they released some images and people were laughing that there were no reflections in the water and everything, so they had to go in and fix all this. So this game actually had to be worked on, from what I understand, to make this happen.
Well, so far so good by the looks of it.
Yeah, no joke. Mr. Hamill.
Gotta be all funny and stuff.
One of the things that these HD games do that I'm looking forward to with all these remasteries that keep happening is that a lot of these old games, and not that this is super old to be fair, I mean I guess it's getting old now, but what they would do to save space and their rendering and things like that, with what they could do is they would fog anything that was in the distance. So they didn't have to render it. And now a lot of these games, one of the things that's making them look better is that you can get a little longer view.
Yeah, the draw distance is a lot better on games nowadays because we have the technology to, I don't know, be able to do that stuff.
Right. But then again,
hell,
sometimes...
Look at a game like Final Fantasy 15 now.
Right, but the resistance, or whatever, the limitations have helped us in other ways too, because the only reason BioShock was underwater was because they couldn't render the way they wanted. So they had to find an excuse to only render partial, and that's how they did it. They were like, what if we were underwater? And that was the only reason you were actually underwater. It wasn't because it was a good idea, it wasn't because it looked cool, it was because it gave them an excuse to not have to render further.
Yeah, but at least they did some sciencey, work on it, going, oh, look, hell, this is actually possible.
Well, once the idea for getting away with it was put into place, they built their story around that, but the original reasoning was just that. I like how Batman walks too fast. Like I just walk in, and everybody walks all super slow, so I have to like slow myself down so I can walk with the Joker.
Well, one guy is, you know, trying to drag a gurney with a Joker on it.
A gurney. Joker gurney.
It's what it is. It's a gurney. It's the Joker gurney, yo.
Specifically his gurney. They just have that locked in storage for when he comes back.
It's the gurney of the Joker. Don't worry, Joker, we got your favorite gurney.
Oh man, look at that.
Multiple prohibited items.
Dude.
Batarangs, bat claws, bat snacks. I always loved that part.
There'll be time enough for you later. Speaking of time, tick tock. Is that a
I'm loving the asylum. I'm even loving the floor.
Hey, Boo, you got some people yakking at you. One of them just happens to be Sethery.
Yeah, I know. Ronan's telling me that he just went out and saw the Rogue One today.
No spoilers, I will decapitate every single person because I'm not seeing that until Christmas Day with my family.
It's true. That's the reason I haven't been talking about it yet. I'm waiting for you to see it.
It's like Christmas Day afternoon. I'm more than happy to give you a call, bro.
The one thing I've been wanting to tell people is not really a spoiler, but it could be. Depends on how much.
Don't tell me. Many Bothans die to bring them that information.
Well, I'm not going to go into what that was about. But what I will say impressed me is one of the primary, not like a secondary, but a main actor in the movie is dead.
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
And I don't mean
that doesn't
like
happen often.
I mean his character is dead, and he is dead.
Get the door open.
Oh.
And they basically resurrected him to do the movie. Like, it is very, very good work. You'd almost think he was actually standing there. It's that good.
Obi-Wan?
No. I like I said, I don't want to ruin it for you, but no, he does not make a cameo. He's nowhere in the movie, sadly.
Can you smell the
That's depressing.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Old Man Kenobi
Must have
back.
been one of the guys.
I am glad they didn't force it, though, because it sounded like they were going to look for an excuse to add him there for a second, and they didn't. They did.
Tarkin.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah.
I had to think for a second. It's like, who the fuck would be dead?
Yep.
Like character-wise, and oh shit, Moff Tarkin. That asshole blew up.
Yeah.
Just like, stupid rebels can't fight us. We got a fucking Death Star. Moff dead.
Yes, I was unbelievably impressed by the fact that he was. I mean, he's not a secondary no character. He is a character in the movie.
He is a main villain.
Yes.
He is the Grand Moff. He's like, bitch, I'm the guy in charge of the Death Star.
Well, he is again. When he'll show up, and he's in the movie, and at first I thought I was looking at a cameo that he was going to turn back around and that was going to be it, and then I noticed he was in the movie the entire movie, and I was like, holy shit, he's a main character. They like went all out bringing him back.
I'm surprised. Well, actually, I can't really say I'm surprised. Because with technology now, we can actually do that type of stuff. I mean, hell, look at Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy.
I actually haven't watched it.
I still
I've still yet to sit down and watch it. I did watch that new Fast and Furious movie where Paul was dead, but they used his brother and then kind of photoshopped over him in a way. So I mean
with this one, they used Jeff Bridges, but then they took him back about 20 or 30 years in age.
See, they do the same thing with They do the same thing with Tony Stark for the Iron Man stuff. They kind of went way back with him for that scene, but they're still using the original actor. This guy is dead.
Yeah, this guy is very much defeated in life.
Answer you wanted?
Did James Earl Jones come back to do the voice of Vader?
Yes, he is Vader. He has two major cameos. He has a cameo where he shows up to speak, and then a cameo where he shows up to do something.
Get a light on him.
That was almost bad. I almost walked off of a very tall, terrible ledge. That would have made me feel bad.
Yes, you should not step off of ledges. They make you dead.
Don't you trust me?
Our guest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Ronan's right. Michael Dougal. He was aged down in the Ant-Man movie. He was made younger.
So.
Oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Because he appears
I
for
haven't
a
watched that
scene.
in a while.
He appears for a scene in like the 1980s or some shit like that.
I'll be sure
And
to
then
try harder next
then you
time.
see him present
he
day.
appeared as younger him in the old black and white reel or whatever it was.
Well, he's also younger, like in the he's in a color scene where they're asking him for where they tried to steal his work, and he comes in and he tells them basically piss on you.
Oh yeah, that too.
And then he hits the dude's face onto the desk and leaves. Oh, there she is.
I need to watch that movie again.
Arkham staff only.
Aw shit, it's old Jimmy.
Listen, I appreciate the assistance, but he'll unsettle the more violent inmates.
Jimmy Gordon.
Buff Gordon here.
Hey, you don't fuck with Buff Gordon. He's been working out with Batman. They
Especially
went
now.
to the gym and lifted.
Did you see what he's gonna look like in the new Batman movie?
Nope.
He might.
I
I think
seen
he's.
anything from the new Batman movie.
I think he's going to appear in that Justice League movie that's coming out, and he looks. He's a little buff. He's a little bit buff.
Well, unfortunately, I still haven't even seen, Batman v Superman.
I would watch the extended. I wouldn't even mess around with the original edition. The theatrical cut is really bad.
My problem is half of the movie title. I really hate Henry Cavill's Superman.
I'm not a fan of it either.
Cannot stand him.
I think he's too dark. I mean, I realize it's not his fault. It's something they're going for.
It's Zack Snyder.
But Superman should not be dark. And don't listen to Ronan, see it. The Batman makes it seeable. I don't care what his little hate fest was just now. See it.
I do want to see Ben Affleck, but that's it. I want to see Batfleck. That's it. I don't care to see Stupid Man or anybody else.
Not sure how that punch knocked him out, because I'm pretty sure I just scraped his back with that one, but whatever.
Because when you were a henchman and Batman is about to beat that ass, you take the fall, so that way you don't get the beat down. For when the Batman comes, you hide in the corner and pray he doesn't notice you.
Not sure what happened there, but okay.
Don't know. I just eviscerated the entire group of enemies in this room.
Oh man, this is awkward. It's going to take me a minute to get used to the combat. The combat in the later Arkham games is so refined that this actually feels a little twitchy.
I'll find a way out. Gordon,
I figured they would have tweaked that. I mean, they were already working on everything else.
Well, I don't think they changed anything gameplay-wise, and I can kind of feel it. Yeah, it feels a little bit twitchy. Not that it feels bad. It doesn't feel bad, but like the stuff that works now, like the way it works now is so extreme that this really does feel twitchy.
Well, all I know is I sucked at the Arkham games anyways for the most part. I did check out Batman Arkham Knight a while back when Jules was still home.
Yeah.
And we sat down and played it. She did the combat stuff, but she really hates guns. So I drove the Batmobile.
Right.
That I can drive better in games than she can. So she took care of the beating the shit out of people in hand to hand. I took care of the driving stuff. And then, yeah, we just kind of went from there. And then both of us worked on the puzzles because we're both good at puzzles. Which is one of my favorite things in the Batman games. Though some of those Riddler trophies can eat the back of my asshole.
Oh man, I'm just looking to play this game. If I remember where a Riddler trophy is, I'll get it. But yeah, dude, I do not care to go through all that dumb shit again. Hunting down 100%.
Oh, me neither.
It's not for me. Just do not give enough of a shit.
Joker's been busy. These poor guards never stood a chance.
And there's so damn many of them in each one of the games. It goes overboard even more when you're talking about like Arkham City.
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum ain't no better.
No, but then you go into Arkham Knight and there's a ridiculous amount.
Right.
Security breach in level B8.
But that's all good. I mean, that's part of the fun part of the game is if you happen to find some of them, you're able to get them. It's good.
Oh, just.
What was that? He was popping off that good stuff until Batman kicked you in the chest?
Security breach in level B2.
Hey, Batman! Over here!
Yeah, that was a
I see
was
you
a rough
waving
kick
your
to the
arms
chest
around.
for that guy.
Warning.
Damn it.
Security breach in level
Oh, Bill unlocked you a challenge,
Joker,
buddy.
You're lucky to be alive.
He must have gone this way. Door's jammed. I'll try and get it open.
Oh, Jesus. It's funny, because we're just sitting here, you're playing some Batman. I'm doing side stuff on a Final
Where are
Fantasy,
Back down there.
which they just
You
dropped
need
an
help?
update for,
No.
which is
I work
nice.
better alone.
Right.
Because then I could just go back
Damn,
through,
man.
play through the game as a broke
Franklin,
dude.
can you hear me? If you
I'm
can,
liking that I can
help's on the way.
see the fabric of his jacket, like his fucking vest here.
Yeah.
Dude. That's the kind of stuff that really blows me away, because I know the PlayStation 3 was a good, powerful machine. And the Xbox 360 wasn't exactly, shit neither. But that's what I mean, like, I remember what this looked like, because I remember already being impressed with it. And for them to impress me a second time, and the games aren't that old, they're just one generation back. Now, when they released Tomb Raider, I was not impressed. When they redid Tomb Raider and her hair moved better, and that's about the only difference in the game,
Yeah.
I was actually more irritated than I was impressed.
Thank God.
That's it.
It's Zaz. He's got Mike. He's strapped in the chair. Zaz has totally lost it.
Well,
Wait here.
You can't. He'll kill Mike if he sees anyone trying
I
to
still
get
haven't
close.
even played
He
Tomb Raider
won't see
on
me.
newer consoles anyways.
I see.
I actually do
anything
need
that
to,
looks even a little bit
take
like
time
a
to
bat, and this
grab a copy
guard
of
dies.
Rise of the Tomb Raider,
Do
because I've
you
been
hear
wanting
me?
to play that since it was announced. And it was like, oh, by the way, if you don't have an Xbox One, tough shit, you're gonna wait a year.
It was
Well,
worth
I
waiting
waited
a
a
year. It was worth waiting
know.
a year. You got all the DLC and all the special suits and everything.
Oh, I know. It's just, I still haven't bothered to pick it up yet. I've just been busy. Especially, with 15 out now, I'm just doing all the things.
This is disgraceful.
I have to say, this one might be
We'll
my
worry about that
favorite.
later, Doctor.
He
What do you
wants
mean?
to kill the guard,
Like,
He needs
15
to
might
kill the
be my
guard.
favorite Final Fantasy now.
Of all of them, really?
Yeah, I think this one might even top 6.
I like 15 a lot. I think the only thing that's holding me back in terms of praising it yet is that it's very new, and
I've got to get close enough to Zaz to strike.
it also, it's not just that it's new, it's, how do I put this? There's parts that don't feel Final Fantasy to me. Okay, it wants me to take one of those. Yeah, I remember this game had a massive fascination with climb around in the grates or whatever.
Yep. Gotta be sneaky, Batman.
Yep. Yeah.
Sneaky Batman's best Batman.
I also remember this is a big problem in the game when you get right down to it. The way it wants you to look at things.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is
like,
detective mode. The game looks so good, and you view like 80% of it in blue.
Well, hey, at least it's not in green. You wouldn't have been able to play it.
Okay, can I grapple out?
I mean, am I right, Bill? If it would have been green or red, you wouldn't have been able to play it.
That's right, I remember.
Like, you son of a bitch.
I had to detective mode. I knew I could get onto the gargoyles, but I didn't know, because I wasn't detective mode. Take it!
Batman has to detect these things, Bill.
Oh my god, I wasn't
Can't
close
just
enough.
know shit.
Take that. Yeah, like later
Seth,
on,
are you
they'll
at work
refine
right now,
those
I'm guessing?
things.
Boosh! Oh! Sad's got his shit kicked in. I hope you didn't make a mark before you kicked that thing's ass. Because if you did, you're screwed. I'm gonna head back to the place, turn in this mission.
There's that Harley Quinn.
Giant snake. I like the Arkham City one better.
Oh, the, when she goes really dark.
Yeah, when she has a, I don't know, a different outfit on.
How do you mean? I mean, that outfit was different from what we grew up with.
Yeah, but I'm not digging the nurse outfit.
Yeah?
I don't know why. It
Everybody
just,
likes different things, to be fair, so I can't say one way or another.
Oracle,
The other one seems more I don't know, more city girl inspired, I guess.
I don't know. The other one I just like better.
Yeah.
I think just the whole nurse outfit made her like super creepy to me.
He's lying.
Maybe it's because I hate hospitals as it is.
How do you know?
I know him.
And having that bitch be my nurse, oh hell no. You best check me out or just put me under.
Try the radio.
For the rest of the time I'm there, because I don't want to be awake.
Harley thinks she has me trapped in this chamber.
Hell, I probably won't wake back up anyways. Just be
What do
dead.
you remember?
Look at that. Batman
You were
won't
caught by
talk to her.
Zaz,
He's like,
but
I ain't got shit to
everything's
say
under
to her.
control now.
But he'll talk to this guard,
Let
really?
this freak out in the first place.
Batman, we need your help. I can't do that.
Things always go
Because
wrong.
I'm Batman.
Someone always.
I should scan the room. Look for an
Batman, why do you never talk to us? Because I'm Batman.
No shit.
Actually, Batman would be talking to the ladies. He'd be rolling up and be like, hey.
Batman, I'm patching you into
Would
the
you
guard
like to
radio
know
feed.
my secret identity?
More Blackgate prisoners. By the boiler.
You're Bruce Wayne. I mean, no.
No.
He's free. How'd he break out?
Sorry, feed's down. Comms are up and down like crazy. It's not good. I'll keep trying.
Ronan wants to know who you do.
Yeah, who would we do out of the three, Bill?
Out of the sirens?
Probably. Well, seeing I'm dead one way or another, I'd probably just go with the.
You know, they
with
changed.
Harley.
They changed her quite a bit over the years. I thought that originally you couldn't do Poison Ivy. I thought she was honestly poisonous. And now, since Harley does her, I guess that's not true.
Well, she probably developed an antidote for Harley, so she's immune to it.
Really?
So that's a possibility.
I mean, because I was gonna say I didn't read that. I mean,
No, I'm just saying that's always a possibility. I mean, it's not beyond Poison Ivy to do it.
They're trapped in there.
those
She
guys
does have
need help.
the chemical engineering idea.
What is that stuff?
Joker toxin. Listen.
But the
room is
real
full of
question
poison
is,
gas.
if you
Anyone
did
caught in there
Poison
is dead.
Ivy, would you technically be fucking a plant?
Do what?
Said if you were to do Poison Ivy, would you be fucking a plant? Would you be a florophile at that point?
I guess technically. I mean, I don't know how human she is now that she can grow tentacles and her skin is quite literally, like, filled with chloroform and shit like that. Chlorophyll or whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine. Stay here.
I mean, she
Kinda
looks
weird.
human, but there's an awful lot about her that is plant.
That is very plant.
I can't.
But I guess
And
that's
Catwoman.
I guess that doesn't run to the actual question. I would actually say Catwoman is
would just be like
Catwoman is
question for
more.
everybody.
I think she's more dangerous now than Harley Quinn, even. Because at least Harley Quinn is just crazy now. That's all she is. She's just crazy. She's not even a killer anymore. Like when you read her books. But then again, I guess there's two of them now, which is really confusing.
Two Harleys?
There's not actually two, but if you're arguing continuity, it is really messed up right now because they're running two different Harley Quinn stories at the same time, and just recently the Harley Quinn from Harley Quinn showed up in the Batman book, which is really confusing
A well-aimed batarang.
because the Harley Quinn that is in the Suicide Squad is about to have a crossover event with Suicide Squad versus Justice League. So that means these two different Harley Quinns that seem to be from two different continuities exist in the same continuity now.
Well, that's annoying.
It is. It's very annoying.
Woo! Go Batman! You rock!
So now
Oh.
it's...
Stand a chance.
Hey, look, it's Shane. He's talking to us from work. Get back to work, you prick. Do your fucking job. Supposed to be driving around on a fork truck.
Yeah, man, it's really weird, and I don't know why they decided to mess it up like that. I mean, it was in the Batman Annual. They just had her show up, and it's very obviously the Harley that owns an apartment complex, and
Oh, the one from the Harley's Little Black Book stuff?
yeah, it was her. But then there's another Harley right now that's running around with the Suicide Squad doing their stuff, and I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and said, okay, well then that's very obviously, that was in the past, and the Harley right now is trying to be a good person. But then, that's not true either, and it gets even more complicated because they just had a thing happen where, I think it was, who is it? I'm trying to remember. Poison
Maybe
Ivy.
there's
Poison Ivy is
actually
right
two
now.
Harleys.
Well, Poison Ivy right now is posing as a bad guy in the Trinity book. So there seems to be two different versions of Harley and two different versions of Poison Ivy, and they're just like, they're just doing whatever they want to do. Wow, that was really dumb of me.
Hey, Shane, you misspelled my name. It's with an N. I know it's difficult to remember how to spell. That's funny. Sorry for interrupting. I just wanted to.
No,
you know,
that's
make
fine.
fun of Shane more.
So I guess if I had to pick one, I have no choice but to pick Harley because they also changed Selena Kyle so that now she's set for lethal injection. I mean, really think about this. The Suicide Squad took in Harley Quinn, let Harley Quinn do the Suicide Squad stuff, and then at some point she must have been set free and considered a good person because she owns an apartment complex and has a bunch of like friends and shit and is acting as a kind of hero. But Selena Kyle is scheduled for lethal injection because she mass murdered 237 people, now 240, because she just killed even more people in the last books.
Jesus.
So like
Catwoman
she's just
got really murderous.
yeah, she's just killing everybody now.
She's like, I don't like you guys. fuck off. Dead. Huh. I've missed a lot in comics.
Oh, that was dumb.
I will have to come over again and start reading up on some comics. Harley fought Popeye. Dude, what?
Oh man, dude, her book is weird. Her book, she just does whatever she does. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but the fact that it was fun is what made me feel like it was separate from the continuity. Then they revealed, evidently, it is not separate from the continuity. It is very much happening.
Huh. That's confusing. So like, hey, by the way, this is part of the continuity, but it's not what it is. So are we gonna ever get a straight answer on this?
No.
Maybe. There, look here.
You know, you'd think that after you failed like 3 or 4 times, you would not do the same thing again and again and again. Just saying, bad guy.
Look at him, Bill.
Oh, I realize that.
Calls his stuff. Come on, dude. It's just Batman. You can kick his ass. Up. No, maybe not. Oh, there's the wall again. Dude, you gotta stop running into the walls. It's bad for you.
I think he just had a heart attack. I just won by standing here.
Jesus Christ, you just picked that dude up and was like, bitch! Yeah, I know that we're like 15 seconds behind you, Bill. But it's still funny.
No, I know. It's just fucking... He just literally just like died of a heart attack while I was standing there.
Well, honestly, it's probably because... Wasn't that dude injected with that Titan Venom shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why he keeled over from a fucking heart attack. He was like, oh shit. Shouldn't have had those creatine pancakes with Chris Redfield. I'm dead. I almost said Chris Valentine. But in truth, he might as well be Chris Valentine because Jill wears the pants in that relationship.
Dang.
Jill's like, alright, we need to go do this. He's like, I gotta eat my pancakes first.
Get in here before more of them come.
She's like, hurry up, we got shit to do.
Okay, this dude's over.
Where's the chocobo rental? Damn it! Get out of my way, you stupid car. Trying to run over the king.
Did both of them open up? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that toy's mine. Yeah, Riddler Trophy.
Oh, you got the trophy?
Got a trophy.
Yay, trophy.
It came out of nowhere. I dragged Jerry in
my
here.
nose.
Powered up the gate. Must have passed out.
Joker went through that door. What's on the other side?
We call it extreme isolation. Only way in is via the transport system.
I love those like riot helmets that they have. They just decide to put like football helmet grates on the front. They're like, no, we totally didn't get these from Dick's Sporting Goods and just put some plexiglass underneath of them. No, we didn't do that at all.
They spare no expense when they're dealing with this kind of stuff.
It's like, bitch, do you not know who we deal with on a daily basis in here? You know how many times the Joker breaks out every day? Gotta have protection. That football helmet's not gonna save you from the Joker gas, but it will save us from a stick to the head.
Well, right at this current moment,
Gordon should have been wearing one of those damn helmets.
Somewhere,
that's what should have happened.
Somewhere in this facility, I should be able to find Frank.
Sorry.
I should go back to the holding cells.
There's a
Bowles wasn't
dude
so smart. He'll
named
let me
Frank who purposely put himself in danger throughout the course of the DC universe to prove that he had no fear because he wanted a ring and he never got a ring. He's right now the Phantom Lantern.
What's happening?
Joker's escaped. He sealed himself off.
Yeah, what is up with that, anyways? I heard you talking about it.
Don't worry.
Dude,
I'm
it's
getting him back.
kind of cool. I'm waiting to see what all goes down with
Oracle, I'm
it.
getting him back. Joker
I
will
think
not
he's
win.
a pawn.
I won't let him.
I don't doubt
I'm
that the
starting
ring
where
could
he
be
was
very
taken.
serious,
A guard named
because
Frank
it
Bowles
could
attacked
very
him.
well
If I
be
find Frank, I'll find your
very
father.
serious, but
Hurry, please.
I have a feeling that, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. I have a feeling the ring is cannon fodder right now. Because Valthum, I think, is using the ring to feed himself. And when the first Lantern comes back, that's going to be a pretty serious deal.
Have we played any of the Bioshocks, Bill? Well, actually, as it would stand, I have beaten all 3 of them now.
Have you?
Yeah, because I had picked up the Bioshock collection a while back.
Shane's favorite
the only-
character, shit.
The only one that I haven't beat, or the only one that I hadn't beat, was Bioshock Infinite. So I went and played and beat that one, and then I tried to play through Bioshock 1, and let me tell you, it is not a good idea.
Why?
Going from Bioshock Infinite straight
Hey, look,
into
he's got a Bioshock
1,
helmet.
You will be doomed. Oh, one of the Aquanaut helmets? Yeah, Burial at Sea was a lot of fun. I really thought it was funny that I was playing Metal Gear Solid Infinite.
Oracle, I'm at the holding cells. I'm setting
Because
up
that's
a
pretty
crime
much
scene.
what it felt like
So
the
what's the
second
plan? Isolate
part of
something
the
in that
Burial
room
at Sea
reachable?
DLC.
Exactly.
Why, there was a whole lot of,
Sneaking.
yeah?
The only way Elizabeth can attack people is from stealth mode. So if she gets caught, she cannot do any lethal
Bowles dropped his
damage.
flask.
So I was like,
Drop
oh
it.
my god,
Let's see what
I'm
the
playing
final
Metal
scanner
Gear right
looks
now.
like.
This is pretty
Follow
sweet.
traces of alcohol from Frank's bourbon in the atmosphere. Oracle, I've got a trail.
That's great. You
All
follow
right.
it. I'm
Time to go
grabbing
do
every
another
reference
hunt.
to Arkham I can find. Maybe
Oh,
useful later.
Bill, what level is your hunting at now in 15 anyways?
5, I think.
Gotcha. Yeah, the ending was great and shitty at the same time. But they completed the entire thing that they were planning on doing with it.
What, 15?
No,
Oh,
Burial
sorry.
at Sea for BioShock Infinite.
Oh, I'm
I was
following.
reading what Ronan was saying.
I'm following particles right now. I'm sorry.
That's alright. You follow those particles. You give people something to enjoy for their visual enjoyment. I'm gonna give people something they can enjoy with the verbal.
Gordon was smoking.
Well, duh. Gordon's a smoker. I can relate.
Oh.
I was actually getting ready to go have a cigarette when you hit me up on the PlayStation chat. I was like, oh, okay. I'll just be here then. That's cool.
Come on, what's taking so long?
God, I actually really want to play this. Because I never got a chance to beat Arkham City.
Oh yeah?
I helped you beat Arkham Asylum. Or no, flip-flop that, sorry. I never beat Arkham Asylum. I helped you beat Arkham City because the Joker fight kicked your ass. You were getting pissed off.
No, I don't remember that because all you do is throw ice at him.
The Titan Joker?
No, Titan Joker's at the end of this. I beat him. You might have been hanging out with Shane because I beat this like
maybe
while I was
hanging
by
out with Shane.
myself.
Well, I said Arkham City was the one that I helped you out with.
Because I played
don't
all
remember.
3 of them.
It's been a while.
I bought all 3 and played them back to back to back with Gwen.
Well, all
and
4 now.
Yeah. Because I knew the
Origins
new one was
the only
coming
one
out.
that I
Picking
actually
up at the
played.
surface in the elevator.
Really?
If I want to follow them.
Yeah, that was the only one I
the
played from
old-fashioned
start to
way.
finish.
Huh. That's kind of wild, actually.
Yeah, it really is. Especially because everyone's like, hey, you know, you should totally go back and play the other ones because Origins isn't the greatest out of that series. And I think
it gets a bad rep. I don't think it's nearly as bad as people make it.
No, I mean, but sitting down and playing it, the combat does feel a little weird. And then, especially if you're trying to go from playing Arkham Origins to Arkham Asylum, you just look at it and go, oh, what happened to all my gadgets? I just had those, and that happened before this happens. How do I not have these new gadgets that I made?
Because you can't be taking gadgets into the asylum.
But you did. Batman's got batarangs and shit.
Yeah, he only
Prohibited items bill.
Carried the bare minimum.
Yeah, the entire utility bill.
Would like to see a joke of this game where you get to be the Adam West Batman. So he walks
Adam
in,
Wee Batman.
and the Joker's like, haha, I escaped. And he's like, no, Joker, because I just happened to bring this fucking anti-escape venom stuff or some shit.
Anti-escape bat spray.
Yeah.
It's Shane's favorite. Also, we're gonna get out of here via the Batcopter. We're gonna grab onto the bat ladder, pray that no sharks attack us, because I think we might be out of the Batman anti-shark spray. I'm not for sure. Adam Wee Batman is best Batman. If only to piss off Shane. Oh, something funny that you should watch sometime, Bill. You know how they got the superhero cafe stuff for how it should have ended?
Yes, yes.
Have you seen the villain pub stuff?
I saw a couple of them. The one I really like is when Batman goes to their fucking villain place.
That's the one I was gonna tell you need to watch if you haven't. Especially when he's beating Jared Leto's Joker with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
It's like, is he punching him back in time? It's like, yeah. It's like, should we stop him? In this instance, I think no. It's like, it's like, look at you go. Have a laugh now and then. I was like, oh, that's actually a really good rendition of Mark Hamill's Joker. And then it was just like, wait till you get a load of me. It's like, oh god, it's Jack Nicholson. And the next thing I thought immediately after that, it's like, they're gonna go to Cesar Romero, aren't they? And then, lo and behold, it was
awesome.
Like, wow! He's like, are we done here? I thought that was pretty sweet. Oh, I'm gonna be rank 5 to kill Gigantars? You stupid pricks! I wanna go kill giant cactus. Bill, why can't I go kill giant cactuses?
They're an endangered species.
Well, they're gonna be extinct once I can start fighting them.
Rude.
I'm not very kind, Bill. It's that time of year.
Christmas?
It's that time of year where Nick's heart, you know, shrinks 3 sizes, becomes black as coal. Mainly because I get 10,000 phone calls a day about, hey, do you guys have this stuff that is obviously out of stock everywhere? Yeah, it's been pretty bad. Like, I was actually thinking about maybe trying to get a 3DS so we could play Pokemon Sun and Moon. And then I was like, no, because we're going to be sold out by the time I actually had the money for it. So I'm just not going to bother worrying about it until, you know, sometime next year.
Right.
Lo and behold, we are completely sold out of 3DSs, 2DSs, and all the aforementioned DS families.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, totally called that shit. Why? Because Pokemon Sun and Pokemon
My
Moon.
story is
That's
carved into the very soul of Arkham, and will only be revealed.
And then everyone's been going, hey, did you guys get those NES classics? Nope, we sold out.
Dude.
Again, for the 5th time.
I'm positive that is getting old, cause...
Oh, it is. It's like the Wii all over again when I worked at Sears.
Right.
Except I am 100% not allowed to answer the phones like I did at Sears. Because at Sears, I was just a commissioned salesman. Where I work now, I'm a manager. So I had to set a standard. So I can't just be like, thank you for calling this place.
Man, they've done a
We're out
lot
of the
to improve the
Nintendo,
combat over the
classics.
years. I can feel it when I fight multiple people. There's weird instances where, like, a guy, I'll knock him down, and then he'll try to kick the guy, but the guy won't be there. And, like, the later games, they know, the game more instinctively knows what you're trying to accomplish, so it just kind of works with you. This doesn't do that. It's like, you have to be very, very precise as to what you're trying to accomplish, or the game doesn't understand it. That's not a flaw. It's just, it's weird because
Something
how many
that they actually revamped over time.
Right, and now that I've played all the way, like one thing that's messing me up is like, I know I'm gonna be feeling like I want to do stealth takedowns of like 5 people at once when I get there.
And you can't.
And I won't be able to. Right.
It's gonna be like, you can do 2.
Right, and it's only, it's in a very rare circumstance.
5 of them.
Fucking Arkham Knight Batman, he just fucking goes down, he's like, bam, 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 bam! Fucking,
like,
there's 6 guys.
Like, what's that? What's that? 20 dudes? And I can get in the drop on one of them? Psh, bitch, I got this! Up the room clear, let's go. What just happened? I'm Batman. Alright, fair enough. See you later, Bat.
Yeah, Kakarot here's gonna be picking up the limited edition 3DS. I seen what he's getting. It looks pretty cool, actually. It's very cool.
Which one is it?
It's he's getting one that's really sweet. It's a limited edition Pokemon Blue and Red, but he got the blue one, so it's got a Blastoise on it. It's got the original artwork from the old case.
Huh.
The direct approach is suicide. I need to be smart and find a different way past them.
Honestly, I just want a straight colored one because I'm gonna see if I can't find a way to make it decal for mine. Because I'm totally gonna make a Final Fantasy one.
Me and 2 others are working.
Oh wow. So Bill, I have a question about 15.
Yeah.
Have you fought the giant water pig guys yet? The Cataplepas?
That does not sound familiar to me.
Okay. They're like a rank 4 hunt. I just hit it with the full powered flare, and it's just like, nah dog, we ain't about that life. I have 12 max powered flares left. Oh, that's not good.
No problem.
Okay, good to know. Return to the car.
That toy's locked.
Well, unlock it, Bill. It's easy to do. Just unlock it.
I like how the Joker literally can see me, sneak up behind this guy and get him.
I hope you keep your promises, boy.
Yeah.
I'd hate to have to go and punish
And he thinks it's
family
freaking
just
hilarious. He's just like, oh, Batman's gonna come get you.
They won't be laughing.
And he beat the dude's ass. He's like, oh,
look who it is.
Batman beat your ass.
Burning. I suppose I better warn my boys you're on the way.
Up. Go to sleep, bitch. Go to sleep. Sleep forevermore.
Yeah, this is about the worst point. This is the worst time of year. If your job is retail, this is the worst time for you. I really don't think there's a worse time than the Christmas season to be in retail.
Oh, I know. I mean, hell, you remember how I used to be around this time. I used to be, like, super happy to be around Christmas stuff. It used to be my favorite holiday out of the entire year. And you've seen what's happened to me over the last couple of years. I literally become a little black burning ball of hatred.
Oh, my favorite takedown! Bam!
I'm assuming I'll see it here in about 15 seconds.
That's right, dude, it's so good.
Man down!
Which one
Man
is it?
down!
That's up, that one, okay. Because I'm Batman! He's a bully for justice, Bill.
Stupid boiler scared the crap out of me.
How did that dude not see you? He looked directly at you and he was like, derp, 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 derp.
No, I'm still watching him. I'm watching him walk down the stairs all scared and shit.
Oh, Jesus! I don't want to die down here. Condition terrified. Yeah, I'd be shitting my pants too, buddy. Pissing off Batman is a terrible, terrible idea. You should never, ever do that. And again, oh God, Mr. Wilson Batman, Bill. What are you doing in my asylum? Get out of here! Get out of here!
He could be anywhere.
But Batman, no! Get out of here!
I'm glad it moved me when it just did that cutscene, because that would have screwed me. I was right where they would have seen me.
But did I not get the item I needed for that? You motherfucker! It duped me. That kind of pisses me off a bit. I was supposed to go turn in that mission. It was like, no, we ain't about that life.
Come over here and get some of this upside down Batman.
Nah, I think I'm good. I don't want none of that upside down Batman. I would rather have Batman on my team, thank you. Upside down Batman usually means I'm about to get my ass beat. I got a family, you know, I have to work on Monday, you know, just bad things happen if you piss off Batman on the weekend. Dead. You know, it's a really good thing that even when you use the explosive spray, you still don't somehow kill somebody.
Yeah.
Just magically Batman's able to be like, no, you're fine. Because I'm Batman.
I could fly down from the ceiling, literally like 60-foot drop and land on your face, and somehow I did not murder you.
Yeah, which makes zero sense. Like, that would kill a normal human being. But this is also comic book people. So, I guess comic physics are a bit different than normal physics. That or at the last second, Batman's shoes slightly inflate.
Damn, this game is acting twitchy.
Stupid boiler.
The anti-injury bat suit. Like an airbag goes off the enemy's face.
That guy is done for. That final hit he took. I'm not sure how you have to be kicked to end up doing what he did, but it can't be pleasant.
I see. But this is annoying.
Kick the grate.
Hunt. gently kick out a freaking grate.
Gently.
Yeah, gently kick out a grate. That's how cool Batman is. He doesn't need to bust through stuff. He doesn't need to break it. He just gently kicks it, and it just silently falls out. And you just kind of stare at it and going, how? How is this a possibility of things? No. But it's because he's Batman.
I think I can scan for riddles
Joker must have figured out how I was tracking Gordon.
Because I think
Start
he's a
scanning
riddle.
for them riddles. You're just... What the hell were you throwing at?
What do you mean?
Dead end. Oh, you were throwing at some of the, little Joker clicky teeth, weren't you?
Yes.
Well, because you were a distance away.
Edward Nigma, the Riddler. And more importantly, your intellectual superior.
Oh, Bill, that's a question for you, Dad.
What? Yeah, I actually don't know. I wouldn't be able to make that decision yet.
I'm not even sure which one we're on. I was only there for 3 episodes.
Well, we've been somewhat seriously delayed, having to constantly stop and talk about the upcoming movie, which I might just put an end to that altogether and stop talking about the movie. Thought for sure he was one I could scan, but maybe. Don't cut yourself on the sharply.
I said, don't cut yourself on this sharply observed portrait.
There. Yeah, now I can scan stuff. You have to wait for him to ask for you to do so. And then
we were in the theaters getting ready to go see a movie not long ago. I can't remember what it was, but oh, it was Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
And I was with my parents.
Was that worth a shit? I'm not a Harry Potter person,
yeah,
so.
Actually, I really enjoyed it, but I also am a Harry Potter person.
Right.
It was a massacre.
But yeah, it's like the Power Rangers trailer came on. I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. My dad was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty neat looking. And then it popped up with the Power Rangers thing. He's like, oh.
Shot him dead. They never stood a chance.
Well, it was pretty cool until that showed up. I was like, really? Really, Dad? That's what you're getting out of that? Okay.
Killing everyone
I see.
in the room. I had no choice. I
Man.
locked the door. I can see it.
He was hating.
I don't know if he's watching now or if he's going to be watching later, but man. Whew.
Must have outlived its usefulness.
Scott.
Dude, he had, and I think he had like, like he gets mad around this time of year. We've noticed that. I just kind of give him his space this time of year because he's not a happy Scott. Not that he ever is overly happy, but regardless, he's not a happy Scott. And
usually this time of year, Nick is only happy when drinking.
Okay.
Just something he has been holding off. So, but I still stayed somewhat positive this year. I don't know how.
But yeah, he had a hardcore breakdown over that Goldar that he saw.
I saw it. There is a massive paragraph of rage that I read the first 2 lines of, and I went, "Yep, nope."
Well, to be fair, Seth kind of blew up too last night. I think it was just a blow-up night or something. Shit.
Anytime I see massive things that start off with "fuck this, fuck that, fuck you," I'm like, and TLDR.
Right. I kind of have enough shit. I kind of have enough shit. I have to go to work tonight and stand outside in the cold all night. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I don't care.
It is no bueno, yo.
I get it though. I mean, I get it. I don't think I get just how mad he is, but when I saw the Goldar, that was a pretty big extension of disappointment for me, that there's like a big melted bullion bar figure. Wasn't too happy with that idea. I'm also not too happy with the idea that it was confirmed that the putties will be in the movie because Rita will be robbing banks to get gold bullion.
To melt them down to remake Goldar.
Yeah, because now Goldar is actually a gold creature thing. I kind of like him as an ape man.
Creature.
I mean, I don't know. That could just be nostalgia. I get it. I grew up in that time, so maybe I'm unwilling to let it go. But I feel like he should be an angry, golden armored gorilla man. And couldn't he have been really cool looking? Like, now that we've already done things, like, now I'm not going to say this movie was good, but the makeup was great when they redid Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
And the general, the ape general, that's all they needed to do and give him wings, and he would have been pretty sweet.
But we can't have nice things, Bill. It's not allowed. I keep telling you this.
Oh, I apologize.
We're just not allowed to have nice things anymore. Because if we were, well, we'd have nice things.
Whatever I'm trying to look at, it is obscured. Dude, this is astonishing, man.
Yeah, what the hell are you supposed to be checking out?
Can I look at Wayne Tower right now and get that? Sweet, I got it.
It only gets harder from here.
I'm supposed to go down there, but I'm just kind of reveling this. Like, look at this, man.
It is really pretty.
Look at
Riddle solved.
Look at friggin' wet Batman.
Yeah, I love how that little black box keeps popping up randomly.
Yeah, that's because I'm getting a trophy. I like how it doesn't want you to know what trophy I have got. It's like, oh
Even though you could just say, hey, by the way, this is the trophy I just got.
Right.
They're like, oh, we can't have video evidence of that?
Harley tells me that the Batman's car...
Batman, you got out. What's happening back there? We got directed over here, and then the radios died. They keep playing
that's
this
a
damn
giant
tune
scary
over
pig
and over.
monster. Joker's in control of the island. He's responsible for sending you over here.
Yeah.
How did he get out? I mean, you're here.
An Arkham guard named
I guess our Power Rangers movie wasn't that great either. The one that we got, it had like Mystery Pigman that made no sense. Like, but then again, I will say that make fun of Fox all you want. It's going to be interesting to see how they did a better Power Rangers movie than than this upcoming one. And maybe I'm wrong, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. To be fair, I don't want to see a bad Power Rangers movie. I'd love for it to be really good.
I don't know. I would like to see another bad Power Rangers movie, at least in the concept of random guy who just walked on screen and went, oh shit!
Yeah.
You remember what scene I'm talking about?
But see, I like that. Like, I remember we had to go back and review that movie, and I actually enjoyed reviewing it. I had a good time watching it, and then a couple of the other guys were like, dude, this movie is awful. And I'm like, do you really think it's that bad? Because, like, I'm not seeing it. I'm actually enjoying, for as bad as it is, I'm having a good time here.
I'm assuming I missed that day.
More than likely.
There's been a lot of days that I've missed because I've just been getting screwed over on my days off that I'm supposed to have. Yeah.
It happens. You gotta work, man. Gotta pay them bills before you talk that Sentai.
Ain't that the truth?
Oracle.
Can't be doing cool stuff. Have to do the work
I saw the
thing.
alert. What's wrong? Where are you?
I'm outside the Arkham mansion. Harley Quinn probably triggered the alarm.
Oh my god, just give me the fucking item I need, you stupid giant pig thing.
The Batmobile is still parked up outside the intensive treatment building in Arkham North.
This is pissing me off, so I'm curious, Bill.
Island. I've marked key locations like your car.
Thanks, Oracle.
I've got to go to my Batmobile.
go to your Batmobile, Bill.
There's incredibly stupid people attempting to damage my Batmobile. Ow. I just got shot.
Well, we'll see that here in about 15 seconds. Hey, Bill, you have a person who's asking what is up. It would be Beck West.
What up, guy?
No clue who that is? Greetings.
That's awesome.
I
don't know who you are.
But what's up? The only reason why I know who some of the people in here are is because, well, we work with them. I don't even really know why I'm in here other than the fact that you were just like, hey, let's talk, guy. I'm like, okay, and you're like, I'm gonna start streaming this. And I went, do what? Because you like to do that shit to me. You cheeky bastard.
Man, this feels weird now. Like, I'll see them about to hit me, so I'll try the triangle. You gotta be a little slower with this one than the new ones. I think that's what's
the new one's
throwing me off.
for not being fast.
Right. This one, it wants you to be a little more slower and a little more precise, which isn't exactly a bad thing. It's just like, it's awkward now. Because now the games demand that you be very quick. Like, it wants you to basically spam the square button. As soon as you see so-and-so, you need to throw the batarang, you need to use the ice bomb, you need to jump over the guy with the shield, you need to, the second those little things come up around the guy's head, you need to stop what you're doing and hit triangle. But this one, I'm noticing that the combat is slower, and it's really messing me up. Like,
it's slow and methodical compared to the other one that is more free-flowing.
Right, which I expect. I mean, yes, you know, we move forward every year, whether we'd like to believe so or not, like all the people that are like, oh man, back in Super Nintendo, while there were some great games for Super Nintendo, let's at least be honest in where we are today.
Super Nintendo.
Right, like not everything was gold back then, and some of it was because we couldn't do what we wanted to do. And truth be told, some of the games that we love would have been very different had they had the ability to do it the way they wanted to do it.
Yep. But, unfortunately, limitations and stuff.
But then the same argument could be made that sometimes limitations is what gives us what we get. Because sometimes forcing to hold us back, yeah, sometimes that's how we get... Because Resident Evil would have been very different had they done what they wanted to do from the beginning.
Yep.
But the forced camera angles...
RE4 was more what they were wanting.
Yep. But the forced camera angles gave us a perspective that felt like we were watching some kind of horror movie, and it allowed for a more powerful ambience. Or however you're supposed to say that.
This mission can suck a dick.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of...
I don't know if Beck signed in and signed right out, or if he has a question. I'll talk to him.
No, he said... He said he's a member of the Fandom Night Army. I didn't realize we had rose an army.
Actually, we're kind of gaining traction. Like,
well, I mean, I understand that. I mean, we have a basis. I didn't realize we were an army, though.
I think we're up to 700 members.
I used to be in an army. I mean, I used to be in an army, but I didn't think we were raising one.
Oh, if I can raise an army, you better believe I'm doing it.
I figured we would be more of a knighthood. I mean, we are knights.
Well, I need some squires and whatnot.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I guess we could start getting stuff rolling, so that way, you know, stuff like that is a thing. We could get some brigades going.
Gliding feels a lot better later on too. I'm definitely noticing that.
Just as long as Spencer doesn't have people come help fight us, so that way he can go get drunk.
There's like a teeter-totter somewhere around here, wasn't there?
I don't remember. Do you know how long it's been since I've seen this?
No, I do not.
It's been a minute. It's been a few minutes, Bill. Beck is asking how you would rate Final Fantasy 15 so far.
Oh man. Oh man. Dude, I am in love with it. I really am. But I'm trying real hard not to give into like a rating
number.
Because I've made this mistake a lot. And I've noticed that since we've done the show, we got into a deal where like every new game that came out, we were like, we got to talk about it right now. And I think talking about it is fine. Like I would love to just talk about it. In fact, we have an episode going up where that's what we do. We just talk about it. But regardless, what I was trying to say is I think a game needs to be at least a year old before I can determine exactly where it sits on like my list. Because I've noticed that I'll kind of buy into a game and be like, dude, because I'm playing it right now, it's so good, and then later on you'll be like, oh, you know, it's not quite what I thought it was. Like Metal Gear Solid 5 is the perfect indication. I actually do not like that game.
I enjoyed it.
Sorry if that's some kind of blasphemy, but there's like the boss fights are not memorable. Skullface sucks. He's not a good villain. He doesn't sit anywhere in the tier of villains that have existed up until now. I do not believe for the life of me that the boss fights are memorable. Like they're very crappy boss fights. They're like, hey, there's a bad guy. Get him.
I don't know. Fighting the Burning Man was pretty cool.
He was okay.
Strange.
I mean, I compare it to the other, even the portable console where you had to fight Python, and he was all covered in cold, and if you grabbed him, he would release that
you.
Yeah, and he would like freeze your rations up and mess up your guns and shit like that. So you had to find really creative ways to not let him close to you. And then there were other factors, like I also can remember the last guy of Portable Ops, you had to deafen yourself so you couldn't hear him talk shit. Because if he was talking shit, your life would go down.
Yep, so you had to put on the MP3 player just to be able to survive the attack.
No, you didn't have that. So the only way you could get away from him was you had to purposely drop stun grenades at your own feet. And then they would go off and you couldn't see for a second, which would give him a slight advantage, but then after that, you can't hear. You just got this
deaf for a few seconds.
That fucking noise in your ears, and then he can't do shit. His bullshit does not affect you now. That is what I remember that I absolutely loved. And it's little things like that that I noticed were missing, but I didn't notice they were missing till after. And that's what I mean. Like, when I really think about it, I'm really liking this Final Fantasy 15, but I'm wondering if my taste will sour, because it doesn't feel like Final Fantasy in a way. Because Final Fantasy has always been an older style RPG. Even when it's innovating, it's still holding on to a tradition. And this is very much like a new age of Star Ocean or something. Which is really cool. Like, I think it might have one of the best battle systems that I have ever seen in this type of game. Like the action RPG, it could very well be the best battle system I've ever used.
Yeah.
It's responsive, it's quick, it's fun, it never feels forced, and I never feel like the enemy is screwing me over, or that something isn't fair just because they need it to not be fair. Because I've played games where they're like, oh, this is going to be bullshit. And you're like, why? because it's going to need to be bullshit. Well, no, I want it to be a challenge. And if it's going to be challenging, it should be challenged and there should be a reason. And I should be able to see, even when I lose, that I'm like, oh, I fucked up. And I can see that in 15. I can lose and immediately be like, alright, that's my fault. Like, I should have got the lightning out. I should have done this. I could have changed weapons. I mean, shit, he was weak to gun. So, like, the fact that I just derped all over the place.
Go back to life.
Right, that's my fault. I can't hold that against the game. So I like stuff like that, and I think that this game does that very, very well.
And it looks really nice, too.
Oh, it looks great. But like, I've gotten to the point now where I don't even know if I care anymore. Yeah, but in terms of graphics, I don't know if I care anymore because, I mean, like this looks good, and Final Fantasy 15 looks good, and from what I'm noticing, everything 15, or rather, let's just say everything Final Fantasy looks good. They're always at the top of their game. Now, if a Final Fantasy comes out and it looks bad, we're about to talk about that. Because Final Fantasy is, like, even look at Dragon Warrior. Way back on Nintendo, Dragon Warrior had the little bitty sprite dude, and then it would go into battle and be like, and like a little blue boob would appear on the screen and I would slap it. But I never saw me doing anything. And then Final Fantasy comes out and there's 4 dudes standing on the left, or the right, and there's monsters standing on the left, and there's a different background depending on where I am, and it kind of like brought you into what was happening because it looked so much better. But I think we've reached a point now with things like Final Fantasy 13 and shit where now I think the only reason to mention graphics for Final Fantasy is if they're bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, this one's at least hell over Hades better than they've had in the past, period. Because we've noticed all those minute little details in this one.
Right, but I mean, aren't all of them? I mean, look at 12 and then look at 13. 12 might be the only instance where something went backwards, because I actually think 10 looks better than 12, and I'm not talking about like 12 being a bad game. I honestly believe that 12
did not look as good as 10 did.
Yeah, to get what they wanted, they
dumbed down the graphics so that way they could shove everything into there.
I think they did, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm just simply saying that that's what it was.
I bet you it would have looked better if they would have got rid of the 2 pointless characters and saved the space on the disc to actually utilize those for graphics.
Oh, he just hated.
Oh, I'll hate on that game any chance I get, just like you'll hate on 14. 12 is my least favorite. I would rather sit down and play Final Fantasy 2. Like, actual 2. Not American 2, but legit 2.
Right.
I would play that game over 12 any day. And that's pretty bad, because I really hated 2.
Oh man, I cannot wait.
It was Morrowind without the fun.
I think I'm going to spend an awful lot of money. If this leak turns out to be true, I think I'm going to buy the big set.
I think you and me both are going to be spending a lot of money. So, yeah. Oh. Gotta stretch. There we go. Back was acting up. Oh, Tobacco ID Wild Country.
I can't see any tobacco clumps. I'm going to have to retrace my steps and pick the trail back up.
Yeah, I need to go pick up this trail again.
Smoking some really good wild tobacco, huh?
Yeah, I decided to kind of divert what I was doing for a second. I wanted to go look at stuff.
Oh, did I finally do the last of the missions for this stupid twat?
Looks like I gotta get west.
And open up a new path.
Do.
Oh, neat. I could just turn in the hunt to this guy, even though he wasn't the one that gave it to me.
This
that's actually kind of nice to know.
This dude here, this Beck West, He actually kind of just made my night in a way, because I mean, we get a lot of Sentai fans, a lot. That's kind of become what we are.
This guy's actually asking about, you know, Final Fantasy, which we tried to do the entire legacy like 1,000 times and finally finished it.
It's nice to finally have somebody show up and say, when is your next gaming video? Like that. Just because of that, I think I will do that. Like I wasn't going to, but since we've already recorded the audio, I will record the gameplay and I will put it down and make that video now and post it, just because that dude asked for it. Because we did do a giant a review. I just haven't. Yeah. I just didn't know if I was going to do anything with it aside from put it on the podcast. But I mean, if this dude's asking directly for it, then that kind of makes my night. I will go out of my way to put it on there. Which will be the first gaming video to go up on Fandom Night, the YouTube, for a while now. It's kind of become an obscure thing I don't mess with anymore.
Yeah.
It wasn't getting it got maybe like 30 views. Like those Final Fantasy videos were killing me. And I mean, because they seem simple, but man, I got to do all the video capture and everything for them, and then sometimes it's not that much of a hassle, but it can be. Like, cause
it's like I tried doing the stuff for 3 and 4 for when we were talking about the DS versions and stuff, but my laptop just does not like doing any kind of video capture or editing, because I have them both on Steam. So I was like, well, fuck, I could just do this right now. No. It turned out terrible, which is part of the reason why we scrapped that idea.
Right.
Oh, that's the hidden trophy that I'm missing. Okay.
Yeah, man, Merry Christmas, definitely. Oh, let's see. It has been a long time.
It is almost time for Bill to get ready for work.
I know, it sucks. I would love to just sit here all night and play this damn game. Dude, like, it just looks...
that work thing. I know, it looks really good.
It's kind of blowing me away, like, it really is.
You know, I'm actually tempted to see how much it is on the PlayStation Store, because I might pick those up.
I don't know about the store, but I know in-house right now it's only $30.
Well, less for me.
Right, and even less for you, yeah.
Because that discount. Actually, I might just say screw it, because I need to re-pick up my PlayStation Plus time.
Yeah, I know. And when it comes up on you swift, too, you don't even think about it, because, like...
Oh, it didn't even give me a warning. It was just like, by the way, you're out of Plus time.
It did that to me. It did exactly that to me. I was sitting there... Man, I can't remember. It was about a week or so ago. And I got on, and I was like, yeah, we're going to stream tonight, guys. Because we were going to do another Star Trek talk, and I went to get on, and I was like, it was like, PlayStation Plus! And I was like, oh, come on! And I remember I never once signed up for the free trial, so I used the free trial that night so we could stream, and then had to go out and get my card the next day. I was like, hold on, guys, I have to sign up for this free trial.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm just glad I'm actually able to do chats and stuff, because I know back in the old days when we had, I don't know...
It would lock you out.
And shit, it would lock you out, and you couldn't even party chat.
Yeah, oh man, that was some dog shit. I remember that. It would be like,
it became such a pain in our asses.
You gotta pay.
And then Sony was like, yeah, we're not about that life. You want to talk to motherfuckers, go talk to motherfuckers. And we're like, thank you, Sony. You guys are cool. Alright.
Gordon kind of looks goofy.
Where's that Batman thing? Batman, Arkham... Oh, that's the premium edition of Arkham Knight. That's not what I want. Checking through... Oh, shit! Chivalry! can get some chivalry on my PS4 now? Fuck
That's
yeah.
right.
Not buying
Sure
that
can.
shit. Not gonna buy it. Because I
Do
can
it.
clean it by myself.
Do it. It'll make your day.
No, because you fuckers wouldn't play it with me, so there's no...
What is it?
It's medieval combat. So it's like a PvP
Oh my
army-based
god!
battle thing with medieval combat.
Dude, Beck drops the motherfucking bombshell on a motherfucker.
What's the best season of TNG? Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Damn. That's hardcore.
I can give you some of the best episodes, but damn, best season?
Okay, well, let's see. Season 3 had Measure of a Man. That's easily one of the best episodes ever recorded. But, that doesn't make it the best season. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
that's rough.
And it also had best of both worlds.
Doesn't Season 3... Well, Season 3 is the end of Best of Both Worlds, isn't it?
No,
or
it's
is
the
that
beginning.
the beginning? Yeah, that's the beginning. And then Season 4 is the end.
starts off with part 2.
Right, okay.
That's when Picard became a Borg, which was so good.
So that's tough, too,
I actually
because...
just watched that again.
Oh, but then the Cardassian conflict happens in one of the seasons.
Yep.
Because during that whole thing, Picard got taken, and they were...
The Four Lights episode.
Yeah, the Four Lights episode.
Yesterday's Enterprise was really good.
Oh man, yeah.
And then there was the episode where like a butt ton of Enterprises were pulled into one spot, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like a bunch of different universes.
Oh,
And
you're
it
thinking the
introduced
last
the
one.
Absolute.
That's like the last episode where
Was
the
that
quadrant
the one
starts
with,
filling
like-
with Enterprises.
Yep, that one. That was probably one of my favorite episodes, mainly because it introduced the absolute worst possible parallel universe in the Star Trek universe. The one that is completely overrun by Borg.
Well, if you there's
Because fuck that one.
there's a major screw up in that episode, like a hardcore screw up, and it deals with Riker. He gives a command that makes no sense at all. Data looks down at the screens, and he says, "Captain, he says something like there are 250,000 hails currently coming our direction." And
Jesus ball sacks, I forgot about that.
Now Riker stands up and says, "Huh," on screen. And they just push the button.
Call.
Yeah, they just like push a button and they get one. They start talking to the Riker that you talked about, the one that's overran, and he's like, I'm not about to go back. He's like, you don't know what it's like and shit.
That wasn't that one. That was when they were actually getting ready to go close the rift thing.
Okay, yeah.
And then that Enterprise started shooting at the shuttle, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" It's like, hail that ship.
Yeah.
And then it popped up. It's like, you don't know what it's like. It's like we're like one of the last ships left. The Federation's been overrun. Everyone's dead because of the Borg. And then they were like, or then he was just like, Mr. Crusher disabled that ship, and he was like, and it just exploded.
Yeah, they killed the
because it
guy.
had taken too much damage. And they were just trying to disable it, but the ship had taken so much damage that the warp core just went. And that's exactly what the explosion looked like, too. That was a warp core explosion that was supposed to happen there, Bill. And it just went...
But yeah, man, see, because that thing right there, when they did all that, the thing that's crazy about it is that I sit there thinking about all those ships and all those universes and all those hails, and like, when Riker stands up, and if you really want to get technical, I have a book which you would be super interested in that breaks down Star Trek The Next Generation one episode at a time and points out every single inconsistency that has ever existed throughout the course of the entire series. Everything. Everything from everything from camera angles that make no sense to times when, like, when Geordie LaForge...
I've never kissed you with the beard.
Right, but then there's other weird ones that nobody would ever catch that's in this book that's really cool. Like, there's one where Geordie LaForge is shaving, and in the very next scene, he's shaving the other side of his face.
Crazies are moving towards the medical
But all the
facility.
camera did was go from behind him to the front of him, and he was in the middle of a sentence when he did it, and it points out the fact that that doesn't work. So this book gets crazy. They even go into how many times the badge was touched to begin and end communication, and how often it must be that Riker or somebody will tap the badge, start talking, and never hang up.
I don't know about you, but I'm having a great
So you're there basically on the phone with him all damn night. So he's like blah 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 blah, and you're like, dude, we're working down here.
Well, that's,
dude, hang
that's
up.
Also unless somebody was just like, hey, I'll just hang up. Click. Type
Right.
of dealie.
But that's what I mean. There's no indication from his side of the comm that that's what's happening. So
That's
like
true.
his comm never gives a verification that it's no longer working. It's just kind of like accepted.
Yeah. There's a
So
lot of
yeah,
weird
that's
things. I can pick at least one of my favorite episodes. And Bill, you probably already know which one it is.
I warn you, he may look like an idiot.
Hey, take a guess.
what?
Or probably one of my top 3 favorite episodes for TNG. I'll give you a hint. It's a cameo episode.
Oh, I don't know, man. You're talking about a lot of episodes to just lock down
cameo
one.
from an original series member.
Then you're probably talking Relics.
Yep, because it's got my boy Scotty. That's probably one of my favorite episodes. I don't know why, but
Man,
that one always sticks with me. I always remember that one.
He says, explain why Sailor Moon doesn't work.
Well, that unfortunately will have to probably be something for next time.
It's true.
Bill, man,
my
has
next
to leave here today.
my next stream, I can get in here and I can talk about why I think Tuxedo Mask is ridiculous.
Hey, scram, bats! This is my me time.
Where's
It is an idea.
She's great. It's my me time. Up, see, there's Spencer. He's here to rain on my party. I gotta go to work now. So,
Spencer.
all right. I
saw
can't
you
answer.
earlier.
I can't answer your question. I can't explain why I don't like Tuxedo Mask yet. But man, I'm sure my lady would really love to hear me sit out here and badmouth Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. She'd be mad. But luckily I don't have to do that yet because I got to work. So I'm gonna catch you guys later.
True. Peace out.